Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, see, folks, I'm type of series videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going through stuff that's been in my fridge for a little bit today. That's how I chose the items to review that I'm reviewing today. But anyway, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. I'm going to yammer on about it for quite a bit. Well, with the gob and such, it's going to go over there. It's going to move. I can do this. I got a pretty flexible jaw, all things concerned. Not that that's a rumor that I need getting around. But whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a super cool shirt, I like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, the annoying ass sun is fucking me up. Yeah, you get back. Boom, it's my Godhead shirt. Which, if you are not familiar, I wouldn't be entirely surprised, but Godhead was a band that existed from the early 90s into kind of like the mid 2000s, I guess you could say. Really great band, kind of industrial, well, definitely industrial, more industrial rock than metal, but they have some heavier songs and stuff. I'm a big fan of these guys. I have been ever since I picked up their CD 2000 Years of Human Error, and they actually had a bit of a run back in the day. They were famously, they were the first and only band ever signed to Marilyn Manson's record label. Marilyn Manson had his own record label, signed Godhead, and then maybe a year in, it went defunct because financial backing crapped out on it, and Manson himself wasn't willing to invest his own money. So that's one of their claims to fame. But they're really good. Check out their stuff. I have nothing but great things to say about them. I'd love to see them get together and do a reunion tour or something, but anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? It doesn't have anything to do with Godhead. Folks, we're going to do this because, again, it's just shit I found that was been in my fridge for a little bit. Boom! Can we do a thing? It is Dark Energy Volt Energy Drink, berries flavor. Artificially flavored with L-carotene and inositol. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's an energy drink. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. Caffeine content, 142 milligrams. That's actually not that much for an energy drink, especially like a big one like this. But okay, I'm not complaining. What the fuck company are you from? Product of Mexico. Alright, cool, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think I got this at the Dollar Tree or something like that. It's some weird off-brand energy drink, and I was like, fuck it, man, that sounds fine with me. So, let's give it a go. It has a nice smell, and it's pungent. You can smell it from far away. I can pretty much already tell you that this is almost certainly going to taste like generic energy drink with some berry flavoring, because I can smell that generic citrus energy drink flavor. Let's give it a go. Yup. Wow. That is 90% generic energy drink flavor, and then 10% berry. Yeah, okay. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, typically cheaper energy drinks, which again, I think I got this at the Dollar Tree. There's just kind of this generic energy drink flavor, and it's kind of basically the best way to sort of describe it is if you've ever had a standard Monster, just the green ones, with the sugar and all the stuff. Tastes kind of like that, except a little bit cheaper. And that's what a lot of generic energy drinks taste like. They just have this very cheap sort of it's like citrusy, but, it's sweet, and, yeah, man, okay. Yeah. And then there's like a hint of a berry flavor. Um, okay, well, I mean, I'm disappointed. I was hoping for, because one of the things I like to do, like even outside of doing the sample platter videos, is I like to find like obscure energy drinks. Because energy drinks, I don't know, there's just something fun about finding new ones. And I always hope, that I'm going to find something like real new and interesting. But the reality is that most of the ones that are off brand are just generic energy drink, that's just it, that's how it goes. So, yeah, this falls under that category. But I'll say this, of the more generic flavored ones that I've had, this one is better than some of the ones that I've had. It doesn't have like a chemically aftertaste or anything like that. The berry aspect, although it's very light, is appreciated because it does give me something else to work off of that isn't just generic energy drink flavor. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, let me put it to you this way. If I did get it at Dollar Tree and I got it for $1, sure, that's fine. It's decent enough for what it is, even if it is generic energy drink flavor tasting. I'll give it some credit for being at least tasting decent in that realm. And for $1, sure. You know what, for $1, sure, I could go with it. Anything more than $1, like $1.01, like if tax is involved, it's not worth it. Because it's just, why? It's like, it's not a bad tasting energy drink, but it is generic tasting. And then you have the fact that it's like, well, I mean, there's just a lot of energy drinks out there now. This one doesn't really need to exist. And I mean, and hey, if you're a fan of it or whatever, I mean, that's perfectly fine. It's just a thing of like, and I mentioned this in other energy drink reviews. If this had come out like, in the early 2000s, sure, it would be acceptable. But we're in 2023 now, and there's so many varieties of energy drinks, and they've done so much with the flavors that having these like sad dollar store energy drinks, just there's no reason, beyond it being cheap. That's the only real advantage to these is like, again, if you can get it for super cheap and you just need an energy drink, then there you go. It serves that purpose. But outside of that very specific setting, yeah, it's just, I don't think it's really worth it for it to be a thing. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No. There's just no reason. It's, like I said, the only way I would get one is if, maybe if I was making like a long haul from a concert or something like that, and, maybe I spent my money on band shirts and CDs and such, and I just needed to save a couple bucks. In that setting, sure, maybe I'd get one again. But outside of that, there's just... And as for recommending it, I mean, it doesn't taste terrible or anything. It's okay, and it's, it's just a generic energy drink. But there's just way better options. Just get one of those, man. There's just way better options. So, excuse me again. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of the week. Monumental rest of the month. Stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly not gassy-tastic rest of your life. Whew. That's what I get for reviewing Cheetos and ramen and then now generic energy drink all in one go. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. Trust me. I wish it was, but it's not. That's why it's part of my ending, my outro. That's why it's there, because every day is a new situation that can be stressful and frustrating, and, it's important that we run into those situations, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. I'm not even going to say maybe, usually I tie it in with the item, and I'm like, oh, maybe you could try this, and then you would do this, and blah, 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 and then Keanu Reeves shows up. Not going to do that with this, because it's not worth it. I am not going to dignify generic energy drink with its own fucking narrative. I'm not going to do that. So instead, maybe what you're going to do, maybe you're going to listen to your good buddy Brandon, you're going to go listen to some Godhead. Okay, their stuff's on YouTube, and it's very available online and such. 2000 Years of Human Error is my personal favorite album of theirs. That's the first one that I got into it. But Power Tool Stigmata is very good. Nothing is very good. Those are a couple earlier albums. Evolver is an interesting one. If you're not big into some of their other stuff, I would say try that one, because it definitely tries to do some interesting stuff. The Shadow Line, which is what this is based off of, the shirt, that's a really good album. It has a lot of really catchy songs on it. I'm a big fan. And then their final album, hopefully not their final album, but probably the final album, At the Edge of the World, is just fantastic. Like, if that's the album they decide to go out on, that is a great album to go out on. I'm just saying. Anyway,